Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a pour painting in two ways. One of the ways is going to be a easy way. You could probably find stuff at home to make it. The other way is going to be a proper artistic way. So the materials you're going to need is some acrylic paints, whatever colors you choose. I'm choosing gold, blue, black, and white because I think they go really well together. You can try to choose complementary colors so your painting will flow better. You're going to need some disposable cups. Floetrol looks like this. You can get it on Amazon for about $7 or Home Depot. So this is the artistic way to do it. The at-home easy version way, instead of the Floetrol, just some glue and some water. I'm using Elmer's glue. And then I have popsicle sticks for spreading purposes, but you can use whatever you choose. I already had some paints mixed up previously from other pour paintings I did. So basically what I did in here, so this is the gold one, gonna give it a little stir, is I put about the paint up to here in the cup, and then Floetrol up to here. So it's about a 1-to-3 ratio if you're using paint and Floetrol. You want it to be the consistency of warm honey. So it should just kind of drip right off of your stirring stick like so. I'm gonna give a quick mix to the rest of these. Also, quick note, this does get messy, so use gloves if you have them. I'm not going to use gloves because I always end up taking them off anyway. I don't really like to use gloves. I don't mind the mess, but if you don't like to get messy, then definitely wear some gloves. Okay, now we're gonna mix paints with the glue and the water method versus the Floetrol method. I have never done this before, so we're gonna experiment together, okay? So I got my cup. I'll do some gold first. I'm just gonna put about maybe a tablespoon worth of paint in there. And then I'll pour about a 1/3 cup of water. Mix that around. All right, so obviously this is super thin because it's just paint and water, which is why we got the glue. I'm just gonna pop the lid off of this guy and do it this way. So let's see, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds of that. Stir that up. Still a little watery. It's an experiment, guys. You gotta stick with me on this one. Hang in there. I'm gonna add some more glue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that looks better. So I would say when you're pouring the glue in, I would take the lid off and then pour it in there for about 11 seconds. All right, so we got our gold. Now I'll just mix up the others really quick. Okay, so we're all mixed up. I forgot to mention you should also have something underneath you. I'm using this giant piece of cardboard. At the art studio, we like to use turkey trays. So just make sure you have the space underneath because we're gonna be pouring the paint on top and then lifting it up and moving it all around. It's gonna drip off the edges a lot. So just make sure you have a good space underneath to catch all that paint. All right, let's get to it. The first one I'm gonna do is going to be the one with Floetrol. And I'm gonna be showing you the hole in the cup method. So for hole in the cup, you're gonna take one of your disposable cups, you're gonna cut the top out. And then basically what you're gonna do is put it on the canvas, pour the paint in, and work with it from there. But before that, we gotta prime our canvas. So I'm just gonna use the white paint with the Floetrol, and I'm just gonna pour a little bit on there, like that. And then I'm just gonna use my popsicle stick or whatever I use to stir with, and I'm just gonna spread that all around the canvas. Get a nice even layer on there. This helps the paint to move around and flow when you pour it onto the canvas. Try to get the edges if you can also to help the paint flow along those edges. Okay, once you have your base layer on, then we can start. So I'm gonna take my cup with the hole, place it right in the middle of the canvas, and then I will use my colors and just pour it in. So I think I will start with a tiny bit of black. So I just pour right in the top. And however much you pour in is completely up to you. It just depends how much you want that color to show through. Now I'm gonna do my gold. So I'll pour that in. I want a lot of gold, so I'm gonna pour it in a lot. Then I'll do some blue. I just want a tiny bit of blue, so I'm only gonna pour it in once. The other colors I'll pour in multiple times. Oh, see how it's starting to move? That is completely okay. So we'll pour a tiny touch of blue in. And then some more white. And now it's lifting. I think we got enough paint on there. So now you can move it around. Try not to lift it off the canvas too much, but just move it around. Now I'm gonna swipe it right off. And now you wanna pick the canvas up and tilt it so all of these colors can cover the whole thing. You wanna get it at the corners and go underneath so you don't get your thumbprint on the top of the canvas. And then you just tilt it, pour all that paint off, get what you want. And I think I like it right there. That looks pretty cool. But you can keep tilting it until you get the colors that you want. Like let's say you wanted more of this gold and white that's in this corner in the canvas. You can pick it up and tilt it that way so that you get more of that. But just mess around, have fun, play with it, get it how you like it. All right, so now let's do the other version with the glue and the water and the paint. Also, I forgot to mention, make sure all of the edges are covered. If there's a white spot, you can just get some of the paint from the bottom of whatever you're dripping onto and just kind of dab it on there. Okay, so now for the experiment. I'm kind of excited to see how this turns out. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did on this one so we can compare and see the difference between the two methods. So the one we just did was with Floetrol paint. That's it. This one we're gonna do right now has water, Elmer's glue, and paint. So remember, first things first, we're gonna take our white, pour it on, spread that around the canvas, get a nice layer on there. This one, my prediction is that it will be very loose and watery and drippy compared to the one with Floetrol. Floetrol seems a lot thicker than this glue, so we'll see what happens. All right, so I got the white on there. Now I will get my cup with the hole in it, place it right in the middle. Now I'm gonna pour my colors in. So I'll start with black. A little bit of black. Now I'll do some gold. And some blue. And a little bit of white again. All right, that looks like it's enough. So now I'm just gonna pick it up a little bit and wiggle it around the canvas, slide that right off. Okay, yeah, see, that's a lot more drippy than the other one. So pick it up by the corners again and move it around to how you want the design to look. Ooh, I'm liking it. That looks really cool. All right, now I'm just gonna stop there because I like how it looks. It's interesting that there's cells popping up in this one. The cells are these little circles of color. The Floetrol creates the cells in this one. This one has a little bit of cells, so must be the glue or something. That looks really cool though. So those are the two methods, Floetrol, glue, and water. They both turned out really, really good. They do have differences. As you can see, this one has a lot more cells than this one. So now just make sure you cover all those white spots on the edges of this one. And then you want to leave these overnight or for a good amount of time to dry. They will take a while to dry, so try to resist the tempt of touching it. And since this is the first time I've done one with Elmer's glue, I'm not completely sure how it will dry or how it will turn out. But I think it will turn out pretty good. It looks really good. I'm really happy with how it's kind of coming along. Anyway, have fun, guys. I hope this video was helpful. Make some art. Thanks.